was called, but it's only
Why is
sad
there
that
always
you
a
got
chair?
But no, the thing was that
chair.
Wally West ended up getting had a strong connection, and Barry mentions, "Oh, you have a strong connection to Speed Force than I did when I was your age or whatever." But Barry still created the Speed Force,
Right.
which once again is another thing that bothers me about like all the speedsters is that Barry created it and he knows the most about it. He understands the Speed Force the most, but for some odd reason, Wally is faster, I guess. But this was also a time when Barry kind of retired into the Speed Force for a while, so Barry kind of left.
Can
It wasn't
Wally do the
actively.
infinite mass punch?
Apparently, Wally's. I don't know. I don't know what Wally can do anymore because they rewrote a lot of stuff with the new. After the events of DC Metal, they rewrote a couple of characters and a lot of things that used to happen. So now New 52 isn't as canon, and now the stuff after DC Dark Knight's Metal event, you have to kind of.
As canon. I thought things could be canon or not. Now there's just like levels.
That's the issue with with my issue personally with DC is that there's so many writers and there's so much stuff that you can't tell is canon or not because it doesn't all add up together. So that way, when the big event of DC Dark Knight's Metal, it was super cool, but a lot of people kind of were pissed afterwards because a lot of things got written off, and a lot of things they had to kind of rewrite and fix. Because now it's like, okay, if any event happens like that's like Universal, Multiversal, or whatever, they have to rewrite everything. So now a lot of characters that had certain abilities don't have them anymore. A lot of characters that met some people didn't meet them anymore. A lot of characters that were in the works, we're not going to get them anymore. So that's the other issue. So I don't know what they're doing. Apparently now they're kind of in the arc where they're of like the whole post Perpetua, I think it's what.
Right.
Yeah, the whole post Perpetua anti-monitor kind of shtick. So they're kind of recovering from that still. As for Marvel, I know they're just working on a couple of new characters, but the other thing with DC is that now they're making they're having some of the main superheroes retire, from what I hear. Because now Superman isn't Clark Kent anymore. It's like I think like his son or whatever, which kind of annoys me. But I also understand. I'm glad they had him kind of hang up the cape. How he did it was really retarded because it's some kind of retirement-ish thing. But then he didn't really train the son, so the son's getting his ass beat every other time. So it's like we got a new Superman, but we're not getting anything. But then some of the other characters aren't really getting good treatment. And now, like, I can't remember what the name of the speedster was, but one of the speedsters doesn't exist anymore. We haven't seen much of. I think his name is Bar Allen. No one's really seen him, apparently. No one's seen Bar Allen. No one has seen, I think it was the granddaughter, or it was the daughter of Barry Allen. I can't remember. No one's seen her. Also, no one knows if she's still in the universe or not. A lot of characters that were supposedly dead are either still alive, or something. I don't know, but how they're writing it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, so it's kind of hard reading DC right now. Which kind of sucks, because some of them is actually pretty genuine. Like they had the detective series for a bit with some characters with Batman, where he was basically going it wasn't canon unfortunately, but this is one where he left Wayne Manor because no one else was there. Like, the Bat family kind of went all in their own cities to kind of protect it, to kind of be their own Batman, I guess, if you could word it. At the time, Alfred was dead because this was after the Joker Wars, but then now with everything, Alfred's alive. Right. Which is good, because Alfred's an amazing character. But now we're kind of like in this shtick where everything they did in their own cities isn't
I'm gonna get fucking tired of this.
So, with Nightwing, he isn't really, like, he still, like, he still works at Bloodhaven and everything, but now we don't get the unique factor of Bloodhaven being, this is, like, Bloodhaven isn't anything like Gotham, but it's still, like, in some ways, it's worse than Gotham, and he's alone. But now it's, like, that's kind of gone, because everything's got regrown. Mitsuya Spitnik isn't the same character now, he's different. So a lot of things just got thrown away, and it's
Right.
the same Wonder Woman. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's the same Wonder Woman, but now she's like on this some quest thing where she's fighting some god, not god, some humans doing other crap. I don't know. I don't understand it. But yeah, that's just basically what DC's state is in terms of comics right now. Some of them are really good.
They're not
reads, you
very
just can't-
consistent, I will say.
Yeah, you just don't know what's canon and what's not. But generally, solid idea for a universe. I enjoy DC comics. It just pisses me off because some of them aren't, as you said, consistent. Some of them just don't make sense. Like if I read a New 52 comic, like if I were to pick up one right now, 95% of it isn't canon anymore. They just keep rewriting and reworking stuff, which they need to stop doing. Because now they have now they have about I'd say 5 Supermen now at this point. Superboy is now Superboy is now Superman.
I know what you mean.
Now there's Cosmic Armor Superman. Now there's regular Clark Kent Superman. Now there's Superman who's the new Superman, but then we still have Cosmic Armor Superman, and then we still have Superboy Prime, who we don't know where he is actually at this point, now that I'm thinking about it. Now the Flash, in quotes, is kind of the one we haven't heard from. We've heard from the least, besides the Titans. Which, if I'm being fair, the Titans need to be kind of reworked because there's no reason for Nightwing and Starfire to be part of the Titans, and they're 30 plus. The whole shtick of Teen Titans because, you know, you're a teenager and you're still looking for superpowers. I think, yeah, there has to be kind of like some leadership on them, but it shouldn't be you're part of the team if you're 30 plus years old.
Right.
And their relationship, once again, is still on again, off again, and they don't have a kid yet, as far as I know, because I think they were supposed to have one at some point in time, but that got written off. Right.
Where do you go and pick up new comics like that?
I usually just read them or watch a couple videos about them just to verify the information. I watch multiple videos about a similar comic to make sure all the information lines up. Other ones, I just look up online and just some of them.
I'm kind of like, I've never been like, I love comic books and I love like just like that type of shit. But, like, I don't really read comic books. Like when I do,
find a series to read, because if you just start going like off of just like more recent stuff, a lot of stuff is going to be really confusing, especially if there's like an event going on. Look for a series. Look for your favorite character first. Look for some of your favorite characters. Read a couple books.
My favorite character in the universe is the Flash. It's just cool as fuck. Okay.
So if anything, I'd say I'm trying to think of what I could have you read that would be somewhat relevant / canon, but that's kind of hard because most of the comics are canon. Just look at, honestly, I have to look. This sucks because I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head anymore. Because I would have recommended you read the one where he fights an evil version of himself that's basically wearing a blue suit and everything, but I don't even think that's canon anymore. Because...
Yeah, the Flash, the black and blue suit.
No, it wasn't black and blue, it was blue and white. But I know what you're talking about. It's just a lot of stuff isn't canon anymore with Flash, and they haven't really written a whole lot of new stuff for him, so it's not exactly like, oh, just pick up the recent comic.
I don't know why they don't even like write the Flash anymore. They just don't even care.
Well, I understand why they don't, but they kind of they written themselves into a hole where there's so many things to fix they don't know what to do. And there's so many characters they're supposed to create by now that just don't exist, and so many things that are supposed to happen with other characters. Like, we were supposed to see more development with Damian, because that was the plan. We saw Damian. He was supposed to, like, of all people, he was one of the people that was supposed to replace Batman. If it wasn't going to be Nightwing, it was going to be him. He was supposed to be the next, like, basically, the son of Batman. Him trying to live up to become Batman, but learning the fact that he has to essentially unlearn what he's learned from Lego Assassins.
Right.
That was what we were supposed to get from Damian, but now we kind of have a weird shtick of he's now vegetarian, but still violent. And
Damien's vegetarian.
Yes.
the explanation behind it makes no sense because he saw how